Welcome to Mathematical Colors and Codes, Episode 4. I'm Sondi Eklund, and I'm a librarian here at City of Fairfax Regional Library. Now, in our first episode, we talked about prime factorization and how you can represent it using colors. Then we showed how you can use those colors to make coded messages. And last time we talked about non-decimal bases. Today we're going to talk about how you can use those to make coded messages. All right, in episode 2, we showed how you can use the colors from prime factorization to make coded messages. What we're going to do today is simpler than that. We're just going to use each of the digits to make our messages. So each digit gets a color. And we'll start with base 10. Just A is 01, B is 02, and so on up to Z is 26. So then I just give a color to each digit. Starting with 0. 0, I got green, so everything that has a 0 in the number gets a green in that spot. So A through I get green for the first color. J and T have green for the second color because they're 10 and 20. Then I gave 1 the color red, so we've got it at 01, we've got it at 10, 11, 12, etc. We've got it at 21. So just everywhere there's a 1 gets a red color. And 2 got a light purple, well, kind of a pink. 3 got a light yellow, and so on. 4 got another color, 5 got light turquoise, 6 got blue, 7 got yellow, and 8 is magenta, 9 is fuchsia, and so on. So then you know that every letter uses 2 colors. So in the prime factorization, they all had a different amount of colors, so we had to put 1 in between. But for this, you can just jam them together because you know that every 2 is going to be 1 letter. So all you have to do is figure out which digit goes with each color. So when I fill that in, I've got 13, 01, 20, 08 for the first word, and I check which letters those are. That spells math. The second word is 09, 19, which is going to be IS. So we've got math is, and you guessed it, math is fun, and I hope you think so too. Okay, try doing your name this way. The numbers are the same as when you did your name with prime factorization, so just look up what number for each letter, and then you just use a color for each digit, so you will need 10 colors. So S is, for my name, S is 19, O is 15, N is 14, D is 04, R is 18, and A is 01, and there's my name across the bottom in colors. Okay, but suppose 10 colors is too many. You don't want to have to keep track of that many colors. Well, that's where the non-decimal bases come into play. I like to use just 6 or 5 colors, works out a little better. So let's start by looking at a base 6 code. So if you remember with base 6, it uses digits 0 through 5. Instead of having a 1s digit and a 10s digit, you've got a 1s digit and a 6s digit. So 10 comes after 5. And you can see it counting over on the side. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 40, 41, and 42. But from there, it's the same as our base 10 code. We just choose a color for each digit. So 0 is yellow, 1 is green, 2 is pink, 3 is blue, 4 is purple, and 5 is orange. So to decode this, again, you know that it's 2 colors for each letter, so you don't have to separate them out. So first you just find which number is for each color. And I've figured all those out. And then you go back and look at which letter they represent. And it says, do you get the idea? So I hope that you do. Again, try it with your name. Look and see what the numbers are now when you're working in base 6, and then just give a color to each digit. So for Sandra, now I've got 312322043001. And there's my name done in a base 6 code. One thing that's fun about this is it might be easier for someone to figure out what you're up to if you just have one color for each letter. Well, you'd have to have 26 different colors, but then every time they saw yellow, it would be a certain letter. But this is more complicated than that because we're combining 2 colors for each letter. That makes it harder for someone else to figure out. Okay, I also like a base 5 code because since there's 26 letters and that's one more than 5 times 5, most of the digits get used more evenly than in the other bases. Now, the one catch is because it goes past 25, 25 is 100 in base 5. So I've got Y is 100 and Z is 101. So those are going to need 3 colors. So I'm going to have, can't just plan on using 2 colors for each letter. So I'm going to have to group the letters together to be able to tell where one letter ends and another begins. Now, because I've got 3 colors for Y and Z, I decided I'd go ahead and just use 1 color for A, B, C, and D. If you want, you can make it 0, 1, 0, 2, 0, 3, and 0, 4, but I decided not to this time since I had to figure out how many colors for each letter anyway. Okay, we give them each a color, and you only need 5 colors for base 5. So I've got green, purple, yellow, red, and blue. And it's going to start being easier to remember when you have fewer colors. So here's a message in base 5. And I decided to make the letters stand out. I just make squares and put all the colors for a letter in that square. So that worked out to be 3, 33, 1, 101, 100, then 11, 41, and 34. And when you look up what letters those are, it spells crazy fun. And I hope that you think that it is. Okay, again, try it with your name. Change the letters to base 5. For Sandra, I got 34, 30, 24, 4, 33, and 1. And this time, instead of grouping the letters together, I decided I'd use the same shape for each letter. So I've got 2 circles for S, 2 triangles for O, 2 hearts for N, and then just a square by itself for D because it was only 1 digit, 2 stars for R, and 1 oval for A. And there's my name, Sandra, in a base 5 code. Okay, as with all the other episodes, there's a coloring sheet that you can download that goes with this. You can find it on the program listing. Now, if you found this video in YouTube, just click on Show More, and that will give you the link to the program listing where you can download the coloring sheet. In this case, I've got code sheets for base 10, base 6, and base 5. And now you can take those and make your own messages, use your own colors, and have some fun with that.
Thank you for watching Mathematical Colors and Codes, Episode 4. Tune in next time when we'll go beyond colors in our making coded messages with non-decimal bases.